Hi everyone, this is Fabiola Giordani, CEO and founder of Happily Empowered Women, and thank you so much for watching this video. Today we are interviewing Caylie Price. She is the Client Attraction Mentor. She owns her own company called Better Business, Better Life. She takes the tech and overwhelm out of online marketing. Caylie helps energize entrepreneurs create opt-in strategies that results in a steady flow of red hot leads. She is the creator of Go Big List Building Mastermind. Welcome.
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
How are you today?
I am awesome.
That's good to hear. And Caylie, if anyone doesn't know, she lives in Australia, so it's nighttime there. Thank you so much for doing this and joining us today.
Totally okay. I'm a total night owl, so not a problem.
Awesome. And I know you're very busy, so let's get started. So tell us about your story and why you chose to start your business.
Well, it's quite a long story, but I'll keep it short. Basically, ever since I was a kid, I've always been trying to come up with money-making ideas. Don't ask me why. My dad was a salesman and was the top national salesman for the company that he worked for. And I always used to say he was a wheeler and a dealer. And that's in a very honest and genuine way, but he was always working out ways to create deals that created a win for both parties. So I think I grew up in that situation and as a result developed a real passion for sales and entrepreneurship. From there, I didn't actually take a direct path. I did go to university and studied economics and journalism, so a bit of an interesting combination. But at the same time, I was actually teaching myself online marketing. It started as a hobby, and I truly loved it. For a while, I was just doing general business coaching as a hobby. If someone asked me for some coaching, I'd do it, and I had a ball, but I wasn't actively pursuing it. And then I actually started teaching at TAFE, so that's not uni, but another type of adult education in Australia. As teaching business and IT, and I guess I had such a passion for teaching, got so much joy out of watching my students just have things click in their minds and go, oh my God, this is so possible, I can do this. I decided to pursue my business full time and niche down onto client attraction lead generation. So that's been my focus for about 12 months now, and I'm having a ball.
That is awesome. I love your story and that you decided after, going out there and trying something different and saying, you know what, I really want to do this and I want to do it on my own, and that's amazing. So what are some of the best moments that you've had as an entrepreneur?
Yeah, I'm so glad you've asked that question. I think for me, it's so cliche, but every time I work with a client, it's the best moment. Purely because, and again, as I said, it's when they wanted to achieve something and they haven't understood or they've been trying to work it out for ages, and suddenly it clicks. Like I know I worked with someone recently who sells collectible bears online, and she'd had a website for 18 months, never had a sale, which is really, really scary. And I had that session with her, she made one change, only one change that took her perhaps 20 seconds, and she had 19 sales in the next 3 months, which doesn't seem a lot, but when they're collectible bears at $500, $600, and she's gone from nothing to that in a very specialised market. They added a good percentage and a good new income stream for her business. So it can be really simple or it can be really complex online marketing, but just seeing those clients win and have those wins, it's a huge win for me as well, and such a thrill. I love teaching, I love sharing knowledge, I love learning new strategies, and to be able to share that and pass that on and see the joy that people get from that, it's just amazing.
That is amazing. I love working with clients as well when you get to see and hear the aha moments that they have And they're like, wow, this really does work. And it's amazing that you're able to share your knowledge and your passion with others, and that in turns is being in service to them. And that's amazing. So,
Yeah.
as a client attraction mentor for entrepreneurs, tell us some of the ways that entrepreneurs can, create better opt-ins so that they can get more clients and build their mailing list.
Yeah, look, I think the biggest mistake that most business owners make is they might think about their ideal target audience and design an opt-in that's of value to them, but they don't actually think about what the end result they want is. So, for example, most people in business, funnily enough, want to make some money. So at the same time as considering your target audience, you need to think about what you want to sell to the new subscribers in the end. You know, is it a product or a service? How is it structured? And so forth. The reason for that is so that you actually get a really smooth transition. So not only do people I think there's a really big disconnect there between just getting us making sales. That would be my first tip. The second tip I would say is to be really careful when you're designing your opt-in to consider the format you deliver it in. A lot of people will make wonderful opt-ins in the sense that the content that they deliver and the tips and the lessons they deliver are wonderful, but they might not be easily accessible. And I quite often give the example of a cyclist. If your niche is about cycling, then, you know, a guidebook mightn't be the way to go, but an audio recording that someone can listen to while they're out riding is definitely something that is useful and easily accessible. They can get value from that without having to do a whole lot of extra work. So definitely keeping that in mind is really important.
That is brilliant. I like that. If you're a cyclist, and that's most cyclists, we're not, I mean, I'm not one, but, if I was to listen to something that will help me cycle better, I'd probably do it while I'm cycling. That makes sense.
That's it.
That's amazing.
It's like if you're trying to target busy mums with your products and services, don't give her something long. Just give her a checklist to work through. If she's got kids, she hasn't got time to be reading, long volumes of information or sitting down and watching half an hour of videos. She needs a checklist and she needs to be able to do it now.
That is so true. And you know what? Oftentimes when I speak to my clients, I don't do client attraction. I work with entrepreneurs. But when we talk about that, it's like, oh, what about an ebook? And then you think about it. It's like, well, not everybody needs an ebook. And I love that, you talk to your clients and you help them boil down to what matters most to them in their businesses and not trying to be like everybody else. And that's beautiful. I love the work that you do. It's amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So what are some of your favorite marketing tools for your business?
Yeah, there's a few that I really love. The first one is Aweber. That's the email management system that I use. I know a lot of people really like Infusionsoft and MailChimp as well. Not all the business owners I work with are ready for Infusionsoft yet. And the other thing with MailChimp is that you have to upgrade and pay to be able to add autoresponders. So I find Aweber a really user-friendly, middle-of-the-road option, I guess you could call it. So that's the first tool I use. The second one I use is Lead Pages. It's a really great, it's not a program, but platform to create landing pages and sales pages. So again, yes, you create a landing page for your opt-in, but then you can also click from there to another lead page where you can potentially upsell immediately. So putting those funnels in place with lead pages is really simple and really, really helpful. I quite often run teleclasses. I must admit I'm a little scared of the camera being on me at times, so I do tend to go for teleclasses, and I use Instant Teleseminar for that. Again, I find it easy to use, really intuitive to set up the teleseminars and to use slides. But the other really, really important thing is that my listeners, the people who opt in to listen to the telecast, find it easy to use. They find it easy to access the call, which obviously is the most important thing, because if they're not able to listen, there's no point in actually running the telecast in the first place. And the final tool that I really love is Buffer app. A lot of people use Hootsuite. There is great value in Hootsuite, but I actually I just simply don't like the interface. I find Buffer app really simple, straightforward to use, so I use that for scheduling all my social sharing and find it a wonderful tool.
That's cool. I never heard of Buffer app. I might check it out because Hootsuite sometimes is a little bit difficult to use. Thank
Yeah,
you.
and that's the thing. Like, I love simple. Go for simple. So I think it's like upgraded it again. I think it's like $10 a month updates in advance. It's really straightforward and easy to use. So definitely check that one out.
I will. Thank you so much. And so I wanted to know, what are some of your upcoming projects that you wanted to share with us?
So the one that I'm actually doing a launch for at the moment is, you mentioned at the start, is the Go Big List Building Mastermind. The reason I've created it is, I know from my personal experience, but I also know from a lot of my clients' experiences, people start for having an opt-in that directly transitions people through the sales funnel and to become clients, but also that they create opt-ins but take a lot of time to do it and think they have to get it perfect before they publish it, and they're missing opportunities to build their list in the meantime. I actually have, I think it's 11 different opt-ins now, because they target different segments of my audience. So the whole point of Go Big List Building Mastermind is that it means that you can sell with a small list. You can target different segments of your list, even if it's really small, and get actual paying clients out of it. You get the opportunity to increase your income and increase your freedom regardless of where you are with your list building. A lot of people, a lot of entrepreneurs that I've worked with maybe get to between, say, 300 and 600 subscribers through an initial burst, and then get to the point where they're like, well, what do I do next? What's the next step? So we really focus in on working through that and helping them set up sustainable systems so that the opt-in and the lead strategy is consistently bringing leads in for them, because if you don't have that list building in place, of course, you don't have prospects, there's no business. So it's really, really important to do that. And the Go Big List Building Mastermind is helping people do that.
That's awesome. It sounds very exciting, especially I hear that a lot where people say, okay, I have this list. Now what do I do with it? Do I just send them blog posts? It's like, no. The point of
Yeah.
it is to sell your services. You are a business. And if you don't do that, people will think you're just here to motivate them, which is fine.
Yeah.
As you mentioned, we need
It's what everybody don't have to eat.
yes. That is very true. You have to have the next step. And I love that you said it's called Go Big.
Go Big List Building Mastermind.
Ooh, awesome. Well, great. So they can check it out. So if they wanted to reach out to you, where can they find you?
Yeah, so to start with, if you wanted to check out Go Big List Building Mastermind, it's www.betterbusinessbetterlife, which is all one word, .com.au, yes, I'm in Australia, /go-big/. So that's Go Big List Building Mastermind. The other one that I really wanted to share was that I'm so entirely grateful for you having me on the call today, and I really appreciate anyone who's watching this as well. So I wanted to extend an offer of a free mini session, list builder mini session, where you can book a session with me and you can ask me whatever list building question is most pressing for you at that time. totally free of charge and free of obligation, just to, I think so many of us get stuck when it comes to this building, and I want to help you move past it as a way of showing my appreciation. So if anyone would like to take up that offer, I would be thrilled to chat with you.
Awesome.
And And I should say, and I've written it down because I knew I would totally remember the link wrong, if you would like to take up that offer, if you go to bit.ly, so bit.ly/listbuildermini, and you'll be able to book a time there.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us, Caylie. I really appreciate you doing this for us. And I am excited about your new launch. When does that launch?
It's actually launching currently, so we're going through the launch phase at the moment, and I've got one starting actually next week, and then I have another Go Big Mastermind starting the 12th of August. So if anyone would like to join, perfect opportunity to get on board there.
Awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to thank everyone for watching this episode of Women Entrepreneurs Rock, and have a great day. Bye.